Hello, my name is Vivian Iridia Luna Perez, a student of the Business Administration and Management program, currently in the ninth semester at the Polytechnic University of Querétaro. Today, I will tell to you about a movie I had never seen before, and when I gave myself the opportunity to watch it, I realized it contains different philosophical and metaphorical aspects. This movie is called The Adventures of Mark Twain. My favorite scene from this movie was when they told the story of Adam and Eve, how it developed and how it concluded. I believe that beyond the religious aspect, it managed to make something many of us grew up with as a children fun, helping us understand how society has changed and showing that at any moment you can develop deep feelings toward another person. Which was your favorite character and why? My favorite character was Mark Taiwan, as I was very intrigued by the fact that he had been a greeter. I think his greetings for his audience had a humorous and entertaining touch. During the fantastic journey, it was evident that he tried to guide the children who had boarded, giving them different process to take whole settings from another perspective. I even think he was a very wise person because of all the experience he had in the past. He saw things differently, and as a viewer, that gave me confidence while watching the movie and motivated me to keep watching. What is your opinion about Mark Twain before and after the movie? I honestly didn't know the author, not had I ever been exposed to his writings, although I can say that at beginning of the movie I found it somewhat boring and through. I might not watch the whole time. After giving it a few minutes, I realized my perception has changed. This author shows different literary aspects and even combines religious elements with real life situations. As you watch the movie, you start to reflect of different points and you end up with the impression that it's not just an animated film. It was a deeper message for the viewer. I believe the author must have worked hard on his work and was very likely someone who stuck out in his time for his philosophical thinking. What was your favorite Mark Twain word quoted in the film and why? My favorite work by the author is The Diary of Adam and Eve. I think from a religious perspective, it is a very well-known story and in the movie, it was presented with humor and even some alteration to reality, which made me want to keep watching to know how it will end. Although it is divided in two parts, we can see how and the beginning tier were different and didn't know how they coexist. Adam was even afraid of Evie because he thought she was just another animal, but little by little they learned to live together and began to believe each other person say. In the end, I found it beautiful to see how Adam came to leave Eve, and after he did, he said that wherever she was, there was paradise. It showed me that true love exists from the beginning of time, although it also made me think it might be somewhat idealist. In short, it reflects an evolution in human thoughts and feelings. What aspect of the character mysterious visitor did you find most disturbing and why? He had a very strange appearance. He didn't have a head but wore a mask that could change shape. That to some extent scared me. He also had some mystery of magic, and it was curious how he made clay figures and destroyed them with any remorse, saying they were just humans and could be made again. I think that part makes your reflection or what fragile humans are and how he ignores certain aspects because we think we are superior. He played with God and evil, and it makes me think he could have been someone with great knowledge and very dark ideas. If you could change one scene or dialogue in the film, what one would you change and what would you say instead? I think it will be part of the mysterious visitor dialogue. Perhaps he wouldn't have only focused on negative aspects, but also on the importance of life. So I would have liked it to change the part where he says they are just humans and more can be made, replacing it with the idea that each human is important, that our value comes from ourselves, and that is why we must take other action and treat other well. What is the emotion that was most present when you were watching the film? The emotion it felt the most while watching the movie was amazement, as it was truly a new experience for me. It is one of the few times I give myself the chance to watch movie with the kinds of animation, simply because I usually find them boring. However, as the minutes went by, I realized it was worth finishing just to know how the story ended and to hear phrases that could make me reflect and improve in my life. What does the ending of the film mean to you? I think they took different important philosophical points and handled them well. It didn't have a happy ending, but from the beginning we knew the main character was going to die because he wanted to be with beloved and above, above, above all, to live with the common sense he had been born with the common pace. I believe it's a movie worth watching more than once because you can discover something new each time you say it. My opinion about this movie is that it's extraordinary. It mixes some philosophical elements that make you think about the origin of things, while other parts encourage reflection because they can apply to your daily life. Since it is a somewhat old film, many young people today don't guide themselves the chance to watch this type of movie. However, if they die, they could realize the great impact it can have through a simple reflection. That is all. Thank you very much.